this loser stumbles out of the car. He's got like a bottle of Jack Daniels in his hand.
He's naked.
Whoa. He is butt naked.
Naked.
Not naked. I was not naked.
He's without apparel.
Half naked.
Naked. So Joe's yelling at him to get out of the way, right? So he strolls up to the Twister and he says, "Have a drink," and he chucks the bottle into the Twister and it never hits the ground.
Why don't you like me? You're a prick and I like you.
Because you make my effort a joke. I want to be a doctor. This isn't a game to me. This isn't playtime. This is serious business. I have it in me to be a great doctor. But in order to do that, I have to sacrifice if I want to be better.
Better. Better than me, hmm?
I will save lives that could have otherwise not been saved. Now, I could be like you and go around laughing and have a good time, ha-ha, but I prefer to learn, because the more I learn, the more likely I'll have the right answer at the crucial moment and save a life. You say I'm a prick? You say I'm a prick? You know, maybe I am. But you ask the average person when death comes knocking at their door whether they want a prick on their side or some kindergarten teacher who's gonna kiss their ass. Because when that day comes, I want the prick. And so will you.
Those are Mr. Lebowski's children,
Different
so to
mothers,
speak.
huh?
No, they're not.
Racially, he's pretty cool.
They're not literally his children. They're the little Lebowski urban achievers, inner city children of promise, but without the necessary means for a higher education. So Mr. Lebowski is committed to sending all of them to college. Excuse me. Thank you. Thank you.
Far out. Think he's got room for one more?
Oh. You never went to college. Please, don't touch that.
I did, but, you know, I spent most of my time occupying various administration buildings, smoking a lot of Thai steaks, breaking into the ROTC, you know, bowling. Tell you the truth, Brian, I don't remember most of it.
Oh.
God, it's gonna get ugly, man. They're gonna buy you drinks. You're gonna meet girls. They're gonna try to fly you places for free, offer you drugs, and I know it sounds great, but these people are not your friends. You know, these are people who want you to write sanctimonious stories about the genius of rock stars, and they will ruin rock and roll and strangle everything we love about it. You know, because they're trying to buy respectability for a form that is gloriously and righteously dumb. You know, and you're smart enough to know that. And the day it ceases to be dumb is the day it ceases to be real. Right? And then it just becomes an industry of cool. I mean, I'm telling you, you're coming along at a very dangerous time for rock and roll. I mean, the war is over. They won. 99% of what passes for rock and roll these days, silence is more compelling.
Well, I'd only just handed them the final scene when the bellhop told me I had a phone call. And it was my stepfather, Joe Capote, calling to say that my mother had died. Yeah, I flew home to New York, terribly distraught. But when I got to the apartment, I could see that Joe was in even worse shape than I was. He grabbed my hand and he said to me, "Talk." Hey, talk about anything, you know? I mean, any subject in the world. Don't worry whether it'll interest me or not. Just talk. So I won't break down. He couldn't bear to be alone with his thoughts. It was too painful.
Excuse me. Some of this sounds quite like hypnosis. Is it not?
This is a process of dehypnotization, if you will. Man is asleep. This process wakes him from his slumber.
I still find it difficult to see the proof with regards to past lives that your movement claims.
Would you care to submit yourself to processing? Look through the telescope, as my friend said.
Well, perhaps another time. You've also said that these methods, cause methods, can cure leukemia, according to your book. And
some forms of leukemia. In being able to access past lives, we are able to treat illnesses that may have started back thousands, even trillions of years.
trillions.
With a T, sir.
The Earth is not understood to be more than a few billion years old.
Well, even the smartest of our current scientists can be fooled. Yes?
You can understand skepticism.
Yes,
can you not?
yes, yes. For without it, we'd be positives and no negatives. Therefore, zero charge. We must have it.
Good science, by definition, allows for more than one opinion, doesn't it?
Which is why our gathering of data is so far-reaching.
Otherwise, you merely have the will of one man, which is the basis of cult. Is it not?
'Tis. And thankfully, we are, all of us, working at breakneck speeds and in unison towards capturing the mind's fatal flaws and correcting it back to its inherent state of perfect.